Hello, baseball fans. It is Sunday, August 10th, and the Mets' three-game series this weekend against the Brewers was so horribly bad that I couldn't not recap it. So here we go. Starting off Friday, top of the first, Juan Soto going yard to right field, puts the Mets up early. That's a quick 1-0 lead. Look at that. The kids are happy. They're pumped. And then Starling Marte decides to join the party. Top of the second, that's going to be 2-0 Mets. Absolute nuke out there to left center. Point to the sky, round those bases. Let's go Mets. Woodruff, rough start on the bump. Kodai Senga, on the other hand, great start up until right now. Bottom five, still no runs for Milwaukee. He's going to give up that infield single on what can only be described as a blunder, and that is kind of when the wheels start to fall off. He's visibly upset, honestly, as he should be. You really hate to make those kinds of errors, especially when they lead to massive two-run bombs to right center field that tie the game. Visibly upset, understandably so. That just fucking sucks. So bottom five still. That's going to be an out at second base. Or everyone thinks it is the second out at second base. Sal Frelick, on the other hand, indignant. It is not, and the umpire agrees with him because that was apparently catcher's interference on Francisco Alvarez. I fucking hate catcher's interference. I think it's the dumbest rule in the world. They looked at it for a while, couldn't even see any evidence of it, but whatever, the ump heard it, so not two outs, it's one out. Sal on first, runner on second, and there is a walk to Contreras to load the bases. Brooks Raley time. He's gonna hit whoever the fuck that is. I think it's Isaac Collins on the back foot to bring in a run. So the Brewers now lead 3-2. We will get a gifted strikeout on Christian Yelich here. He absolutely 100% did not swing the bat, but we take those. And the inning will finally come to a close on this Vaughn ground out to Lindor. Now, we're going to jump ahead to the top of the ninth. 2 outs, 0-2 count, Starling Marte. This person's filming with their iPhone flash on. Hilarious. That's going to do a lot of good. So, Marte gets on second base, and I want you to think about this. Starling Marte, bad groin, 29th percentile sprint speed. You've got Tyrone Taylor on the bench, 95th percentile sprint speed. You think you should pinch run for him? Mendoza doesn't. Starling Marte is going to stand out there on second base as Jeff McNeil takes this 1-1 pitch right into center field. They're sending Marte home. He could be safe. He's fucking not. He's out by a mile. A theoretical mile. It was actually relatively close. Listen to the pop-off from that Milwaukee crowd, by the way. They're having a great time in Milwaukee. Great throw from center field. And this is why I asked about Tyrone Taylor. Because this is close enough. And I mean, it's an obvious decision anyway. You have a dude who's fast as fuck on the bench. How about you pinch run him for the guy who is slow as fuck? By all metrics. Whatever. They lost that game. So let's jump ahead to Saturday, where Pete Alonso starts things off nice by cranking a solo shot to left center field. That is his 26th home run of the year and the 252nd of his career, given the spank Marte. So he ties Darryl Strawberry for Mets all-time home runs. Very cool, as Lindor takes that inside ball for strike 3 with the bases loaded to end the inning. Frankie Montas getting things cooking after a Reed Garrett opener first inning. He's going to walk the bases loaded with 2 outs, which will lead to a meeting from Mr. Hefner. Let's see if that does any good. He's going to throw this one right down the middle, which gets a chopper to Lindor, who fucking blows it and lets it get to center field, which takes it from a 1-0 Mets lead to a 2-1 Milwaukee lead. I feel so bad for Lindor. Nothing can go right for him. Like, this is Francisco Lindor's no good, very bad, horrible, whatever the fuck the title is. This second half he's having is generationally bad, and you can just see it on his face with every single play, and it's really rough to watch. So they get out of that inning. Brewers still leading by 2-1, but not for long as Starling Marte decides to go oppo for his second home run of the series, going beefcake mode, sending that one out to right field. So that ties the game up at 2-2. Now we got runners at second and third. Cedric Mullins, new acquisition, is going to drop that one into right field. That will score 1. Brings Jeff McNeil home, who had to hold up briefly at third. So the Mets take a quote-unquote commanding 3-2 lead as Francisco Lindor lines one to third base. He bobbles it, makes the toss to second, and they get him at first. And you can tell, again, he's just like, can I catch a fucking break? Can I have something go my way for once? Apparently not. Jumping ahead to bottom 4, Frankie Montas and Bryce Terang. Frankie loses that battle as Bryce absolutely rockets one to center field, so that will retie the game at 3. But Juan Soto doesn't like that, so he's going to take that super hanging curveball from Ashby and deposit it into the right center field bleachers to bring the Mets back up ahead by 1, 4-3. And now it is time for Ryan Stanek to pitch. Runner on first, that's going to be a little fucking dinky bloop that lands on the chalk and bounces into the stands for a ground rule double, putting runners at first, second, and third. Now, little infield ground ball. Lindor can't make the play home. Can't blame him. That's Bryce Terang running down the line, and he is fast as fuck. So, 2 outs, tie game now. Runner on third. Collins is up, and Helsley is in. Mauricio, who was brought in for defense, lets that one get by him, olays it, doesn't just take it in the stomach. Yeah, I can't fucking believe it either, kid. So that will prolong the inning and allow Milwaukee to take the lead. And just when you think the inning is over on that line out to Juan Soto, guess what? Pitch clock violation on Helsley. Couldn't tell during the broadcast. SNY came back from those replays a little bit late. And yep, that's sure at 0, but that was really all we saw. And the very next pitch, crushed for a home run. So the Brewers now lead 7-4 in the bottom of the 7th. Maybe one of the most upsetting innings of baseball I've ever been witness to. And the game ends with Juan Soto striking out on that pitch. Trevor Rogers, very excited. Let's head into today. Juan Soto on deck. Who is batting? That's Francisco Lindor. Quinn Priester on the bump, and he's going to hit Francisco to start the game. Juan Soto feigns the bunt as Lindor gets his 18th stolen base of the year. Mets have been very successful at stealing bases this year. There's always a silver lining or something, I guess, as Soto lines that one back up the middle, which will get Lindor home. So there we go. Mets on the board early. No outs, top 1. Runners on first and second. Pete Alonso will ground into the most textbook double play you've ever seen, but you could say it's productive because it gets the runner to third. And you know what? Jeff McNeil loves productive outs, and he capitalizes on them. So bada bing, bada boom, you get the runner to third. Jeff McNeil brings him home. 2-0 Mets. As Cedric Mullins explodes his bat into the shadow realm, that will put an end to the inning. But hey, look at that. Early start, Mets up already, and it's Sean Manaea bump day as he gets out of the inning. Bottom 1 with his first strikeout of the day. Very cool. Brett Beatty now top second. What's he going to do? He's going to take Quinn Priester opposite field, going beefcake mode up to the Surfside iced tea and vodka bleacher. Yeah, Bernie doesn't like that. Guess what? I do. And Pete Alonso now, top of the third, wants to keep things going. Lockridge had a rough series in right field, especially in this game. Not a great day for him out in the field. But Pete Alonso sitting on second base as Ronnie Mauricio ropes one to right field. He's going to throw home. They sent Pete, who is out by a mile, who is out by so much if there's a good throw to the plate, but they don't get him. So look at that. Mets up 4-0. And now top 4 first pitch. Cedric Mullins He's going yard. That's his first home run as a New York Met. You love to see it. They're up 5-0 now. Woo! As Manaea gives up a shot to left field to start off the bottom of the fourth. That is Contreras hitting his first home run of the day. Emphasis on first. Now, with a runner on first and 2 outs, Jansen's going to rope that one down the left field line. Nimmo's going to get it back in. They'll hold Monasterio at third. So we got runners at second and third, 2 outs. Manaea at 74 pitches now, full count to Lockridge. He's going to walk him. That will load the bases. Still got 2 outs. Ortiz up now. He'll take that high inside fastball, line it through the gap to Nimmo out in left, who that scores 2. Brewers are a fucking fast team, and Nimmo really didn't have much urgency getting that ball back in. So Manaea not too pleased. Mets still up 5-3. Ground ball now to Brett Beatty over at second base. That will end the inning. So Pete Alonso now, he's going to get a little bloop shot down the line of his own. Lockridge really misplayed that one. I don't know if he thought it was going into the stands or what, but he was not prepared for that at all, and it allowed the runner to score from second. So Mets up 6-3. Manaea still in bottom 5 and almost starts the bottom of the 5th with a monster home run from Isaac Collins. Just a little foreshadowing as he ends up lining that one into right field. Soto will play it on a hop and toss it back in. So we've got a single to start things off, and it is now time for Reed Garrett to pitch, who throws Contreras that low outside slider, and he just goes with it in a beautiful piece of hitting. So Mets only up by 1 now, 6-5. Jumping ahead to bottom 7, Tyler Rogers is in. I fucking love Tyler Rogers, by the way. Been a big Tyler Rogers fan for a long time. He will, however, allow runners to get to first and third with 1 out. But he will generate the ground ball that allows a double play to occur. So no more runs for the Brewers as they end the 7th, still down by 1. And now Ryan Helsley comes in. He gives up a Jansen rope to left field. Nimmo kind of bobbles it. Doesn't matter. Runners at first and second. We got 1 out. 2-2 count for Lockridge. Swing and a miss. See you later. Sits him down. So we got 2 outs now for Helsley, who's at 23 pitches. Edwin Diaz has not pitched in 6 days. He's waiting in the bullpen, ready. Bring him in. Or don't. And Ortiz will slap that one down the first baseline. Pete can't get to it. Terang will score. And guess what? It's a tie game. Runners on first and third, 2 outs. Who's it time for now? Mendoza? Yes, it's time for Edwin Diaz to pitch. Can someone tell me what the fuck this is? I think it's chicken. If I had to guess, it's chicken. Can someone from Milwaukee tell me what that is? Because it just looks like a pile of mystery meat to me. Anyway, Edwin Diaz is in now for the 4-out. Well, it's not a save anymore. That first pitch goes completely wild, which, by the way, Edwin has a crazy pattern of doing. I'm not trying to implicate him in anything. It's just something I've noticed, and we'll talk about that later as Pete Alonso completely fucking saves his ass on that ripper of a line drive down the line, makes the catch, and saves any more runs. Top 9 now, 2 out. They walk Juan Soto, and then Brandon Nimmo will fly out to left field. So it's time for Edwin Diaz to try to hold them off, prevent them from scoring. Isaac Collins is up, 2-2 count. He catches a hanging slider that Edwin Diaz points at. Brother, you know that's not a pop-up. You know it's not a pop-up. We all know it's not a pop-up. Fuck. So that was a really brutal 3 days of baseball. Brutal enough that it got me to make a video about it. So now going back to what I said about Edwin, I've always noticed that his first pitches after coming into games are sometimes pretty fucking crazy. So here's a compilation put together by my friend of all of his first pitches considered waste pitches by Baseball Savant from 2024 through 2025. Enjoy. Oh, and if you're wondering about this year, he has 7. Class A also has 7. Just saying. Not saying anything, but just saying.
22 of 20. And that one goes to the backstop.
North of 5, it's early.
Behind the plate.
And Lenning's hits, and here is Tovar. And that one goes.
Here we go. Rockies trailing 4-2. That bounce is
Hard to follow in the ninth. And the first fastball.
Ahead run, and then he walked hard, right?
and that's what he's missing with that slide of the ninth inning.